Alright, Greg again. Welcome to part 2 of the BWO Film's Guide to Machinima. If you haven't seen the last video in this series, check it out by clicking the annotation on the screen. Now we're gonna get to Okay. Anyways, the next thing we're gonna go over is wallet emptying. The next thing we're going to go over is software and equipment. I'm going to cover everything you need in the chronological use of my personal production process, from writing to rendering and uploading. This video has a sizable amount of ground to cover, so kick back, grab a soda, use an incredibly cliche introductory statement, and enjoy. I'm not going to give you a writing lesson yet, but I'll go over proper screenplay formatting in the next video. For starters, scripts and screenplays can easily be written on a regular piece of paper with a pencil. Generally, I only do this in the drafting phase. Whatever your process, a screenplay writing program can make your job much easier. Well, the program I recommend if you're on a budget is Celtx. Celtx is a free piece of software used for the writing phase of films, theater works, and even podcasts. It's a powerful tool that's easy to use, and adds a professional edge to your work. You can download Celtx from Celtx.com. That's C-E-L-T-X. If anyone was wondering how that was spelled. Once you're done writing your screenplay, the next step is to do voice recordings. You can pay for voice actors, have some friends do it, or you can do it on your own. The first thing you'll need is a microphone, obviously, and there are tons of options you can choose from. Some computers come with a built-in microphone, but the quality can be undesirable to some people. If you want good quality with little undesirable static, then you need to invest in a desktop microphone. But if you have a headset, that option can be a decent substitute. I'll get to why you may want a standalone microphone in a future video. Currently, I use a pair of Turtle Beach X12s for voice recordings. And like I said, there's tons of good studio quality microphones. Good companies you might be interested in are Blue, Rode, Sony, and many others. What you get is ultimately up to you. And when it comes to software, there's free programs like Audacity, which everyone and their brother already knows about. Heck, some video editing software allows you to record straight into the timeline. I use Sony SoundForge 10. It's not the best piece of software in the world, and to be honest, you might not even need it. Audacity is a good piece of software for its price, free. And in the long run, people may disagree with me though, the quality of your recording ultimately matters more. You could even use Windows Sound Recorder if you wanted to. But with Audacity floating around, there's not much of a point in avoiding it. Okay, so now you have everything you need for the most part. But how are you going to put this stuff together into a film? That's where your editing software comes in, and boy, is there a large selection. You could use the default movie editor on your computer like Windows Movie Maker. Or, iMovie. You should take the effort to get a good video editing program. Some notable programs include Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, which is only available for Mac users, and Sony Vegas. I use Adobe Premiere Pro CS5. At the time this video was made, CS6 is the most current. All of the software mentioned works, but I recommend Adobe for a few reasons. CS stands for Creative Suite. Basically, any other program you use in the set works seamlessly with each other. Any compositions created in After Effects will work in Adobe Premiere, along with any image in Photoshop, any animation in Flash, and so forth. It's a powerful program that works on Macs and PCs. The program isn't exactly user-friendly though, so, as a lot of other things, I'll be going over it in a future video. Now we're at the big part. recording your machinima. There's a few ways you can do it, but the least time-consuming and most well-known method is to use an external capture device. That's really just a fancy word for something.
Wanna know why me Roger is so jolly?
You can't pirate that.
Shiver me timbers! Enjoy your visit to the depths of the sea, landlubber!
Ah, gee whiz.
That's really just a fancy word for something like this. This is one of the biggest investments in your setup. The first device I ever used was a Dazzle DVC 100. It's a bargain card that's good for its price, but if you ever get serious about machinima, I would absolutely suggest getting one of these, a Hauppauge HD PVR. It records and formats up to 1080i, and the software it comes with is relatively user-friendly. When it works. So, screenplay software, recording software, a microphone, a capturing device, and video editing software. Now all we have to do is use it. In the next video, I'll go over the most important part of your film, the screenplay. The BWO Films Guide to Halo Machinima was created under Microsoft's Game Content Usage Rules using assets from Halo. It is not endorsed by Microsoft and does not reflect the views or opinions of Microsoft or anyone officially involved in producing or managing Halo. As such, it does not contribute to the official narrative of the fictional universe, if applicable.